But first to our top story. Mali's health minister says it's apparent the country's first case of Ebola has been passed on, but says the situation is under control. A 2-year-old girl who visited Guinea died this Friday after testing positive for Ebola just a day earlier. Dozens who came into contact with her have been put in isolation at a hospital in Kai in western Mali. The WHO is warned of possible high-risk exposure after reports the toddler was bleeding as she travelled on a bus from Guinea. Meanwhile, Ivory Coast, which is currently Ebola-free, has launched a manhunt for a Guinean health worker who may have fled his country after becoming infected with the virus. Nicolas Germain brings you this exclusive report.
The town of Kai on Friday. It lies halfway between Dakar and Bamako. Its residents have just heard Mali's first Ebola case was treated here.
Kai is at a major crossroads, so we're a bit worried. But the authorities are well prepared.
In the capital, Bamako, residents are concerned.
Here in Africa, it's not easy for us to protect ourselves. We are very tactile. We all eat together.
What are the international laboratories doing? Why do they let people die when they could produce vaccines?
Just south of Mali in Ivory Coast, a manhunt has been launched. The authorities are looking for a Ghanaian health worker who was reportedly in contact with a patient who died of Ebola. But the health minister called for calm.
This Guinean man was only in contact with an Ebola patient. We don't know if he's ill because we haven't seen him. We must stay serene and avoid hysteria.
Both in Mali and in Ivory Coast, the governments stress there is no reason to panic. In these two nations, Ebola has only killed one person, whereas nearly 5,000 people have died in the three worst-hit countries, Liberia, Sierra Leone and Guinea.
Well, staying with this story, the World Health Organization says trials for an Ebola vaccine could begin in West Africa in December, with 200,000 doses possibly rolled out in the first half of 2015. In the US, clinical trials for 2 experimental vaccines seen as leading candidates have begun. Trials will also get underway in Gabon, Kenya and Mali, as well as Switzerland, Germany and Britain.